You feel okay.
resources and money and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that is important.
Indeed. So we're on.
Yeah, we're live, but not official yet. We're live, but we're waiting for the advertisement. So you can share the link. Um, I don't know if Belly's going to share the link with you, so you can share the link, and then we take it from there. But then advertisements are supposed to play, and then all of those things, and then I get into it.
It's 7-7 Restaurant on the Bay Main Road, Hanover. 1-year anniversary special promotion serving local and Asian cuisine. Sweet and sour chicken, shrimp fried rice, and chicken fried rice. Chicken chow mein, shrimp chow mein, and so much more. Purchase only 3 long box food and get 1 small box free. Purchase any 5 long box food and get 2 small box free of sweet and sour chicken with noodle. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call 876-374-4704 for delivery in your area. You can't afford to miss this.
Sky Beach Bar and Seafood Grill, located in Hopewell, Hanover, offers you a variety of local Jamaican seafood cuisine. Dine in a tropical garden setting in one of our famous tiki huts, or get your feet wet in the beautiful Caribbean Sea. We also cater to large group parties, weddings, and conferences. We provide free Wi-Fi to all persons dining. Come in and ask about our Sky Beach bed breakfast accommodation. Fully air-conditioned rooms with all modern amenities. We're only 15 minutes away from Montego Bay. Call for reservations 956-5006 or 547-3971. We will be happy to serve you.
Real Live JA, Hanover's #1 talk show is back. Tune in to your host Shane Reed.
Are you ready, guys? She says she's ready.
Yeah, man,
ready?
Live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Weekly rebroadcast is aired on Cornwall Communications Network, Channel 0313, and on MF Telecom, Channel 100. You're invited to be a guest on the show, so please call 876-320-6013. Real Live JA, where we discuss and dissect real events to the core.
This is Lennox Lewis, last undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Big up Bell Entertainment TV. They're the best. Don't mess with them, else I'll knock you out.
J Bell Entertainment TV. Come and share your world with us.
All right, viewers, welcome to Real Life JA on JBell Entertainment TV. I am your host, Shane Reed. We are sponsored by Sky Beach Restaurant Bar and Grill, located in Hopewell, Hanover. That's down the road from me. And we are also sponsored by 7-7 Restaurant, located in Sandy Bay. That's also a little bit further down the road from me on your way to Lucy. And we have with us special guest, artist, a gospel artist by the name of Johnmark Wiggan. He has a rich or a billionaire name, so he's going to tell us some more about that name and about himself. So please like, share, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask Mr. Johnmark. So, Mr. Wiggan, where did you get that billionaire name from? What inspired that name?
You know, it's a blessing to be on your platform tonight. I really appreciate the invitation to talk to your audience, your supporters, and your viewers. The name, you know, so I feel like my father and my grandmother always have stories about who came up with it and why. But I don't see what the fight is about because I never really liked it. You know what I mean?
You don't like it?
I did not like it. I was like, why? You know, it's two people are arguing about something. You think that it's really good. But I guess, you know, we can say it's really good. But at the time, I couldn't appreciate it. Because it was the name that people said, and I hated that, huh? That, huh? You know, you want to introduce yourself and them just get it and call back your name. But every time I introduce myself, like, what? Say that again. And I was like, no, man, we're going to say it again. And we're going to have a conversation about how weird it sounds.
Mm-hmm.
All things, John and Mark, jam together. And it's kind of worse when you put it on paper because it's a regular John with the regular Mark. And I like when them French it up and put an accent over the E.
Jean.
And I'm not like that. Yeah, John Mark, bam. So to me, it always felt like slap a dash the butt over time as I grew into purpose and meaning. You get to understand that there are things that distinguish you, and possibly one of the first things that can distinguish a person before you're even seen is if you're named. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
before you're in your mother's womb, I knew you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The least they can say is them know your name. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
difficult to identify changes in your features as you grow. The least a person can know is your name. And the Bible says, I will make your name great, and that's for his glory. So for a person to be named, it's very important. And for it to be like distinguished, it's even more so important for your name to be able to be separate and identifiable. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's powerful. I think one of the things I always found weird is when distant relatives of my mom or relatives who, when I look like my mom very much and they would see me at church or in the community, they don't know my name, they don't ask me my name, but just say Maxine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, what should I answer to?
I'm a mother that.
Yeah, I appreciate what they're doing, and immediately I can say, all right, that's one of the McClymans. All right, so that's a relative. So cool. Hey, yeah, you know me, and me know you. Good, good, good. Yeah, but it's kind of weird or odd. So when, as you rightly say, when your name actually rings a bell, a person have to say, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has become more and more important over time.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think that that's why I'm sitting here today, because the name would go before me being in the space with you. It's like somebody will mention me and say, who is Johnmark? And then the name probably will bring it to the music, or maybe a song bring it to the name. But somehow you interact with the name, and the name allows you to Google it and try to figure out who is who and why are they becoming or are so important.
Yeah, because that's what I think. One of the first, it was the last name, and then booms the first name, and I say yeah. So cool. Wherever your grandmother and father, wherever they were, that was a good place. That was a good place. So big them up for that.
Yeah, man. Not for big.
So where in Jamaica are you from? So give us some details about your early life, etc. If you don't, you can determine what not to share.
Yeah. I was born in Princess Margaret Hospital, St. Thomas. Right?
So you're from the east.
Yeah, big up the highway where they make now forget us over there a little faster and smoother.
So you're from that parish that persons always say, you're gonna St. Thomas.
Where I'm from Fontaine, St. Thomas. So pass Seaford, head towards like I got Trintyville, and kind of place there. For head up to Fontaine. So very rural, green. And so I'd have spent about 5 years in Jamaica before I had gone to Antigua to live with my grandmom and father. They would have migrated prior. My grandmother was a moving woman. I don't want to call her a nomad. Moving, trying to find life, because she really fight through life. So she had, I think, left from Cayman and then settled in Antigua, and she felt like it would have, made sense to just stay a while and see what can happen. And shortly after, she asked my father if he wanted to come, and my father is a barber. He taught me the trade too. And so I still love doing it. If I have any spare time, that has been very difficult. So that's what it has become for me, more therapeutic. If I decide to say, like, Shane, let me get a trim. It's just come on, just feel like I still have the skill and see you happy about how you look.
So all of you went to Antigua.
Yeah,
All of you went to Antigua.
I stayed I stayed in Antigua from age 5 to about age 21. Though I come
Whoa.
on,
Mm-hmm.
Antigua is predominantly where I found out who is Johnmark. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
it's being acclimatized to culture, music, um, and even church.
Mm-hmm.
I have found it, do I have roots in Fontaine St. Thomas, and I understand that I can reflect on some of those experiences. Predominantly, my schooling, my socialization, Antigua is what developed that. You know, yeah. So that's where I'm from. That so by this you would have realized, okay, there's the melting pot. There's the Jamaican born Antigua youth. Jamaica known for uh, reggae and dancehall, ska, and all of that. And then Antigua, you might not know them for music readily, but they
But
are
Calypso.
calypso, definitely
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
soca music. You know what I mean? So that's and funny in church is where I was more so exposed to calypso because they did all the hymns in calypso.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Calypso. While we might do it in a, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't think of it. I wasn't thinking genres. I wasn't thinking to separate what we call sacred from secular or anything like that. I was just thinking, this is church, this this is what I know, and this is where I'm making my first interactions and encounters with God through this type of music. You know what I mean? Calypso and them kind of thing there. Of course, Grace Chillers and anything they play at home because I'm growing up in a Jamaican home, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so that's what would have happened over time. And of course, none of us can hide from the influence of American music. But
No matter how we try.
no matter how we try, no matter how we,
Mm-hmm.
by the time I started tampering with music, I'd have become a melting pot of these different influences. Soca, um, soca and calypso, reggae dancehall, ska, R&B, hip hop, what we would consider like the CCM and American gospel music and that sound, you know. So I think that's what would have shaped my sounds so far. Um, that's what would have shaped it. Yeah, that it's a melting pot of all these experiences and cultures. So that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So before we get back to the music, what was it like growing up in Antigua as a Jamaican child? I mean, they say that, and I have friends from Antigua, especially through JCs, and they told me that Jamaica is Antigua and Antigua is Jamaica. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, I think cultures are pretty similar, but one of the things about Antigua is I find Antigua to be a hub because of which situation even in on the scale of how the greater and lesser just how it's shaped. Antigua is dead center to what's happening left of it and like south of it. You know? And
Mm-hmm.
from that place, yeah. And among all the islands, one of with an internet for a long time. You know, they had a very healthy economy that people can come, settle, catch themselves, and probably move on a big far. That's what those islands that people come to. The Spanish flood there heavily from Hispaniola. You have a lot of Guyanese, you have a lot of Dominicans, lots of St. Lucians, few, few Vincentians, and so on. And Montserratans and them, they kind of share a slight tension because Montserrat is still on British to some extent. Them kind of
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
more hype. So in terms of moving along, I think it was that right, you know. But Montserrat is closer to Barbuda than Antigua is, and that's the issue they have because Barbuda is sister island to Antigua. So it's like who closer to sister and brother? Do we?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's the culture. The first thing I encountered, kid you not, was the barrier between our native tongue. The,
Oh.
I thought everyone taught the same.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what, me? I don't think children like distinguish that they talk different from the cartoon watch. Automatically they think the cartoon talk like me and I talk like the cartoon. So by the time you interact with your children a month after they've been watching Paw Patrol and kind of stuff, their accent changed on you. The things they are foreign people you have. Because that the brain is saying, I'm supposed to learn this.
Mm-hmm.
So first thing me start me attack certain things. I mean, whatever stuff, you know, I class you gonna say stuff like who you want for me. You, we. For you meaning yours, for me meaning mine. You know what I mean? All of you, all are we, all of us. You know what I mean? And that's something that I said frequently because when they attach it to like in a sentence, like, let us go to the canteen.
Mm-hmm.
Let her go. Let us go. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that was the first clash. And as I told you before, because I didn't know that one of my friends, he was actually Ghanaian. I'm talking kindergarten. He was Ghanaian. And I was wondering why he talk so weird from the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why not talk like the rest? And then over time, I understood different places when different. And here I'm by the time I'm in grade, I'm in class with a Spanish person, I'm in class with a guy, and I'm in class, you know, and all of our tongues, like, but it will surrender over time to the anti. Like, after a while, your tongue surrender, the part where you win.
Yeah.
So, take for the holiday, I realized that different because my cousins are laughing me to turn now, you know. That's a fool. That normal. Didn't realize as you have to like as I travel back and forth, I like shift morph back into what would be easiest to communicate. And that's 21. It's 21 when I came to college. So that's how that stayed. And you know, experience schooling and experience Jamaica as a country. Everything before St. Thomas and down. And all St. Thomas, but Marant down. I thought that was did not know anything about it. You need to go, yeah, I go do shopping before you go back up to and you have to go home. So home is fun. Marant Bay is the town, the bay and town, the town. I didn't even know about uptown. I don't know African Cross Road. Don't know nothing about that. Is other than what people are saying downtown. I came in at age 21.
All right, we're going to take a break, viewers, and we come back with Mr. Johnmark on Real Life on JBL.
It's 7-7 Restaurant on the Bay Main Road, Hanover. 1 year anniversary special promotion serving local and Asian cuisine, sweet and sour chicken, shrimp fried rice, and chicken fried rice, chicken chow mein, shrimp chow mein, and so much more. Purchase only 3 long box food and get 1 small box free. Purchase any 5 long box food and get 2 small box free of sweet and sour chicken with noodle. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call 876-374-4704 for delivery in your area. You can't afford to miss this.
Sky Beach Bar and Seafood Grill, located in Hopewell, Hanover, offers you a variety of local Jamaican seafood cuisine. Dine in a tropical garden setting in one of our famous tiki huts, or get your feet wet in the beautiful Caribbean Sea. We also cater to large group parties, weddings, and conferences. We provide free Wi-Fi to all persons dining. Come in and ask about our Sky Beach bed breakfast accommodation. Fully air-conditioned rooms with all modern modern amenities. We're only 15 minutes away from Montego Bay. Call for reservations 956-5006 or 547-3971. We will be happy to serve you.
Johnmark Wiggan, heading downward, walk into the ring to face my foe. From a distance, I can hear the crowd roar. They're calling our name, and it just don't sound like mine. It's the name that my grandmother said I can call anytime. I'm a champion, but somebody won the battle for me.
All right, viewers, welcome back to Real Life JA on JBL Entertainment TV. I am your host, Shane Reed, and we are with a gospel artist, a future billionaire by the name of Mr. Johnmark Wiggan, and we are sponsored by Sky Beach and 77 Restaurant. Johnmark, you were breaking up a little bit earlier, so I
Yeah.
don't know if you could, sort that out.
I would know the first thing to do.
You're sounding good now, but when it happens, I will let you know.
Okay.
All right. So you spend a lot of your time in Antigua to the point where you weren't actually a Jamaican. Yeah, I
It
get that.
is.
So what was church like apart from the calypso music? Is it Pentecostal or is it traditional in Antigua?
Yeah. So Church of God 7 Day, right?
Oh.
The root. Church of God 7 Day. Tradition in the sense of you would consider like Pentecostal, even Baptist United Pentecostal, in terms of how the deportment, the stand,
Mhm.
uh, modesty, and the head covering, the skirt wearing, type of church, right? In terms of tradition, and of course the main emphasis on the observation of the Sabbath.
So yeah.
Because um, there's always this drive to compel the rest of the body of Christ to observe. So that's why I like it a lot of times. But just like how the country is set up, the same experience within church. My church had a lot of solutions, lots of Dominicans. And so there I had another struggle in terms of the tongue. So when
Mhm.
the St. Lucian and Dominican tongue are quite similar, and both of them are also like Creole.
Mhm.
They're broken French. They call it like French dialect. You
Yeah, French or Spanish dialect. Yeah. Mhm.
know it so well that they kind of break out into that. And
Mhm.
accent is influenced by that. And so yeah, some of church that talk one different way. And so the sounds of like Zouk and them thing there, but Zouk, Calypso, that approach. Of course, them love reggae music, so anytime they can do a type of reggae thing, you know, fast, vibrant, loud, exuberant, expressive, charismatic, to some extent. Um, Vibrant, preaching, you know what I mean? Engaging type of atmosphere. So
You don't typically see an Adventist doing reggae gospel, though.
right, and that's why there's a Church of God 7 Day.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
things that give you distinguishing features between
Mhm.
and the Advent. You
Mhm.
know, uh,
Mhm.
uh two different type of things, and some difference. Those are some of the things that color why they are different. So
Mhm.
that was church, and I am a strict father. You have to be there. You know, that's the type of house. When everybody else I miss me can't get away with it. That's Johnmark. You know what I mean? Extra reverence. One in the body in church. One like two whereas as a young man on the Sabbath, mercy. Extra reverence. So that's the type of discipline, that's the type of school me come up in that. You know what I mean? That's what church was like.
Ah, I see, I see. So when did you come to Christ as a developer? Because you grew up in the church. That's one
Yeah,
thing. We all know that.
yeah.
That's easy. So
yeah.
when did you personally acknowledge or develop a relationship? At what age? At what stage?
I was about age 19 by this, right?
Hmm.
By the time I finished with high school, trying to figure out what to do with my life, what field should I go study, you know? So at about age 19, some of the things that were happening in my life coming out of high school is that I started what you call cabaret singing, hotel gigging and stuff like that, and those type of opportunities. Because I felt like through the church to explore this gift, me feel like I have some kind of can you? And I started thinking, well, I'm out of high school now. It's time to be a man. Time to make money. And I really should be focused on college because my parents definitely being people who did not, I'd say, they can't present to you an exciting high school diploma or CXC list. And so, whereas they wouldn't be able to proudly present to you anything from a college.
Hmm.
No, they were determined to see this one boy. And you have to do it. You know what I mean? So that'd be the first of many. These are some of the things what make the name important, as we're talking about earlier. It's important to carry this name. It's like when all this time I was looking for some kind of stage name or something to work with, and more weighty felt to stick with the name because there's a way that needs to be paved, there's a trail that needs to be blazed with this name to give some level of respect to anybody else who passed through with it. You might want to ask them related to John Mark, and perhaps it might give them some cushion in society. So, get by through the difficulties, of just navigating living, just navigating a bank line and a bank loan, navigating a car. It's
Yeah.
like, who are you? Why you be here? Just some things like that. So yeah, the idea is if I continue the path and if God has this particular, it could be a major benefit to anybody in any affiliation or anywhere near to it. The question might be asked, are you related to him? Yeah. Yeah. So where were we now?
So you're age 19. You're
My
Christian Wow. Hmm.
and I start gigging, right? I'm looking about work and I'm trying to figure out, what to do in my life. What should I study? Because I owe them the degree. That's how I got there. What should I?
Hmm.
How can I make some money in the meantime to come out of them pockets? And so I started doing this. Now it was started off really okay. I mean, because I was careful to pick my set list because I wasn't saved, but I did have some conviction. I did have some heavy morale uh, because of this upbringing, because of the house that I live in and who I still represent, you know. So even in my deportment, I was never the guy who I go sagging pants. That need to work, whether more
Hmm.
that need to go work, you know. And I'm doing it. I was able to even show my father the set list. We can cool over the set list because listen, I do that very yeah, man. That yeah, but it's like I'll go and do your thing, man. Set list nice and I make a little food nice. You know, it's a song that he would listen to, you know. But every musician I met came from church. And it was always a story. And I said, like, in my head, I'm not saved. So what I'm understanding from them is that they were or are, and oh, yes, I look something. And I'm like, I said, what does I do? What I mean, I thought I was going to interact with everyone from the world.
Hmm. Hmm.
When I was meeting was from the church. There was different stories as to what got them here in the first place. What scars, what pain, what disadvantages, or how, or what abuse, and how they were taking advantage. Different ways and how
Yeah, different church earth. Yeah.
and how they got to this place and
Hmm.
where they struggle between God and Mammon.
Hmm.
Winning, yeah. Well, in my head, I see who is winning. I'm not saved enough, but I'm saved. At that time, the Lord began to speak to me. I would have had some experiences before. Um, by myself, I would have met me say, God real. But here I started kind of hearing the voice of the Lord say, yeah, you see what's happening out here? Yeah. So I say, I'm not sure what happened, but it sound like you do something to everybody here, so yeah. And the Lord kind of show me say, yeah, but did I do anything to you? Context for no pain and no hurt and no abuse. So I did not have a reason. I didn't even have that type of reason to be chasing after anything out there. But over time, the set list began to change because you know, the space of influence of those who are okay with set list buck wild and haywire and lewd and nude as far as it can go. Whatever pleases the guest and whatever gets the higher call up the ranks, you kind of get in the groove of that type of excellence. Johnmark was growing, Johnmark was becoming a thing. He was becoming one of the guys you can call.
I don't know if so the point, sorry to cut your chain of thought, but the connections, I don't know if it is that you're too near to the phone or so I don't
So
know.
like no.
Go again.
Is it like no? Testing one, two, talking, speaking, speaking, talking.
Sounding a little bit better. Stay there.
Okay, stay here. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm out there, realize God call me, but I cannot come out of it because I fall in love with
You're making money.
yeah, I was making money.
Hmm.
Though my convictions were weakening or having a more colored perspective, and though my moral was changing its shape, the money, yeah, and it's the one choice that I had made. Now I said, God, if you truly call, you cut me loose from this because I've lost the ability to say no. I've lost the ability to say no. So,
So it is a case where Jesus take the wheel.
yeah, I say, you get me out of it.
Hmm.
I, I am willing to leave. I offer you that. But on my own, it's difficult for me to go and tell them I'm leaving. It's almost,
Hmm.
how do you go tell your family to stop pursue this degree where everybody knows for, or yeah, go quit this particular job that they see you growing in and they
Yeah.
see the value of you, maturing into that next stage.
Hmm.
Leave that. And so that was the rapport that I was having from my colleagues in that field. How do I tell them, make some Christian, when their perspectives are already starting to be colored differently about being able to do both? And me, my unsaved self, no self, me can do it too.
Yes,
Um,
you thought that you could be a Christian and still.
now I know I couldn't,
Mm.
but what I was hearing on the outside that I could. So even
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I saved, I realized something distorted about out here. You know what I mean? And I know while being unsaved, the two not going to work.
Hmm. Hmm.
So even I'm talking to people who are saying that they're saved, me I say, boy, I don't know how them are come to this conclusion that this is because I know what I'm doing out here.
Yeah, yeah.
What I'm trying to do. How can these two things work? Even if I'm acting a role, like to what extent am I going to act this role that I don't have convictions to portray it in the most convicting way, most like believable way? When I'm saying this about sex and this, how am I going?
How far are you willing to push the envelope?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's the question. We say, okay, we can't do both. It started okay. If a person can really keep that line really tight,
Hmm.
person working in that field. But when those lines start to get blurred and you're singing things that are clashing with your own life and the
Hmm.
pursue Christ, and lead a particular type of life. When
Mm-hmm.
things that are glorifying that and supporting, you know, giving that right vibe. So the Lord did cut me loose from it. He did cause a rift start in the business. I found out how I was being robbed in certain ways. I found out how some condom things that there. And so that was the avenue of escape. You know, could have only been because I thought I was being paid well. You know what I mean? But I never know what's the go around things still I go on. But yeah. So it's some things like that made it easy to say, hey, I won't be able to continue, you know. And because of the broken relationship, it was easy for them to just let me go. It wasn't an argument for say stay because we have had conflict. And those conflict kind of give like a right up us to just say, all right.
So the hurt came in the place that you were seeking your salvation.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah. But you didn't have any hurt in
Yeah,
the place where you're coming from at all. Yeah.
I didn't have that type of experience.
So the
Yeah.
other persons they had
They,
church hurt,
yes,
but you didn't have that.
they do.
So the place that became their refuge was not your refuge.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And over time, I realized that it wasn't their refuge either.
Yeah.
It wasn't either. It wasn't escape. So what happens over time, I realized this is what the enemy does. If
Yeah.
you do it frequently enough, then the blade ends of your conviction will dull.
Yes.
You know? And so what you would have sharply rebuked
In the past.
ago, you're having a little bit more of an extended conversation about until
Yeah.
you're up on the next side of defending and kind of coming up with concepts to to help you.
To rationalize.
Yeah, you know. So that's what was happening. So that would have been the first thing that gave me a great purpose and a mission. Concern. So the dawn of media. So February 14, 2016, if I'm not mistaken. You know that
What was the year?
2016.
2016.
Yeah, I think yeah. Baptized. I say prior to that, me I walk, you know. But that day, you know, it deep and you know this public declaration that I decided to walk. Mind you, one piece of balling. Let me tell you why I'm cry at the baptism. You know, I don't know how you're going to receive this, but this is the part was most interesting to me. While leading that life and while doing the money part, John Mark really wanted the fullness of the world as well. Any of the girls that come with it and anything like that, I wanted that, you know. But even in my mind, I wasn't even trying to be promiscuous with that particular life. But by this time, I am already fully exposed to sex and sexual immorality. And I'm like, Lord, if you not keep me, this is literally me coming out of the water. But I can't do this. You know what I mean? Nobody don't know exactly what my cry. Maybe they
Yeah.
overwhelmed at the
Mm-hmm.
of the Lord. But I'm like, me no feel like I can do this, Lord, but I'm making this step anyways towards you know, and I am mourning the desire of the flesh. And I'm telling you, it brought tears to mourn the desire of the flesh that has been cut off to the desire.
So you're putting off the old man.
Yeah.
That attempt to put off that
And
beginning, the process of putting off the old man, so it elicited that from you.
yeah. So that's how Johnmark get saved. That's how he begin for walk there. Yeah.
All right, so we're not going to go too deep philosophical and theological now. So let's go into the music now. So that's
Yeah.
the walk. So into the music now. How did that happen? Of
Right.
course, you're in secular music already, so we get that. But how did Christian music come in on there?
Right. So, well, by this some craft would have been developed. I understand a little bit more about how to use my voice. Though, and by that point, I realized that I really suck. I'm really, I forgot just really learn how to do this thing. But I grew up in it's not a church where necessarily appreciate harmony. You know what I mean? I wanted everybody on the praise team actually I sing lead. You know, everybody actually anything and you know
Yeah.
it's just at the melody I just go on so we were doing variations when people sang octaves.
Yeah.
Harmony when people sang in different dynamics. Somebody learned stuff. We thought that was coloring the music. And so now I learned, boy, how am I gonna do? I need to start recording. I'm hearing the lyrics. And that very thing I asked him to do, Cut Me Loose. Cut Me Loose was a first song I would have written. My father would be upset. You know, I'm talking about it's the song he really would have liked me for release. Cut me loose from all the burden and the weight of the sins that so easily beset me. Break these chains from all the and the pain, Lord. Let me understand I was forgiven. Cut me iniquity, yes. Let my mind be free. Break these chains. Give me more of you and less of me. So that was the initial cry that brought me over. Someone said, well, how can I record this? You know, am I supposed to be a gospel artist? Maybe. I always felt that drive. I always love the stage. I'll be honest about that. I love what I do on stage. I mean, I love watching you being impacted and joining me. She's like, what happened now is the passion and pleasure is even if I'm doing a song you don't know and I see you connect with it and the two of we start praise God together. Oh my gosh, that's so fulfilling to me. So the music start now. I'm going to join one competition called Emerge Gospel Challenge. It was in Antigua. God, the same guy that went viral at the dawn of this year, right? Something good is gonna happen in this year. I'm grateful. He was residing in Antigua at the time. No, he was in Trinidad, but he was in Antigua at the time. And so, he just started an initiative, started a competition to give some people a chance at a platform and not just stretch them legs at becoming an artist or something like that in ministry. And that's so during the competition, I was like first runner up. But I think because of what he saw, he said, you know what, we're gonna work with you still and get your recording. We're gonna do a single and we're gonna see how, you know, how we can continue to work along with you. And so that was the beginning of the first track being published. And
So you didn't win.
oh,
Yeah. You didn't win, but you got the opportunity to record, yeah.
because only the winner was supposed to get that.
So what do you think about that? I guess you saw that as the hand of the Lord.
No man, absolutely. Because the competition ended Saturday, we called in a meeting to talk about, listen, you didn't win, but anything can happen on a night, you know. But what we saw throughout the competition is going to be very, very valuable, and we think we want to offer you this recording contract, you know, that the winner has, and see where we go from there. And we start push, we start put out the music, the photo shoot. They never know about them kind of stuff, yeah. All these things just becoming was just my favorite artist type of environment. And God is responsible for those initial things being put out success. Songs like Well Done. Don't bother go look it up, try to play it now, because I tell you, you know, me not like, me feel cute, me feel embarrassed, because it's my first record and I really look back and feel like, you know, move it to songs like Take Time. I started the purpose and all those things because being by this, you know, when I started, I was avoiding reggae music. Avoiding reggae music because I was doing a lot of that out there. And I did not want the stigma to be, oh, it just, you want to do the same thing, you do the same man do it. God knows. Boy,
Yeah.
anything that would make them say that, you know, those who are supposed to be witnesses of this new man. But avoid it. It was
But
yeah,
but funny enough, do you think that if you had stayed in the secular world, you'd have gotten that opportunity to record? Do you think?
yeah. I am not sure enough, and I don't want to give no false. I'm sure. I
Yeah.
can say that
Mhm.
who I had encountered had um something very weighty to say about what they thought they were seeing as potential. You can be this. You sound like this. You feel like you got this far. And so I have those type of testimonies. I have those type of um, sayings that I wouldn't call them being prophetic, but they were saying what they saw. And so that has been the case consistently every time I got around music, every time I got around the mic. You know?
Okay. All right. So viewers are going for a second break, and then when we come back, John Mark is going to walk us through some of his songs and tell us his future plans and where we can reach him and where we'll be performing it. So stick and stay, don't go nowhere. We soon come back.
It's 7-7 Restaurant on the Bay Main Road, Hanover. 1 year anniversary special promotion. Serving local and Asian cuisine. Sweet and sour chicken, shrimp fried rice, and chicken fried rice. Chicken chow mein, shrimp chow mein, and so much more. Purchase only 3 long box food and get 1 small box free. Purchase any 5 long box food and get 2 small box free of sweet and sour chicken with noodle. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call 876-374-4704 for delivery in your area. You can't afford to miss this.
Tired of looking in that boring old ceiling of yours? Well, look no more by Thurgood's Construction Limited for all your home improvement, building and construction needs. We are leaders in exquisite ceiling designs, drywall partitions and aluminum windows and doors. We also offer a wide selection of electrical, masonry, plumbing, carpentry and much more. We specialize in commercial, industrial and residential projects. For more information, call us at 999-2343 or email us at pythconstruction@gmail.com. By Thurgood's Construction Limited, where quality and satisfaction are guaranteed.
It could be distracting with every conflict, differences we have, kingdom opinions of what's right and what's wrong. Tainted or holy, who has the better story? It gets taxing, I get weary if I don't focus on you daily. I gotta keep my eyes fixed on you, Jesus. Keep my eyes fixed on Him. I gotta keep my eyes fixed on you, Jesus. Keep my eyes.
All right, welcome back to Real Life JA on JBL Entertainment TV. I am your host, Shane Reed. We are sponsored by Sky Beach Restaurant Bar and Grill, located in Hopewell, and we are also sponsored by 77 Restaurant, located in Sandy Bay. And our special guest is Mr. Johnmark Wiggan, gospel artist from Jamaica / Antigua. All right. All right. So let's walk through your song. So nobody no more than we.
Yeah. Nobody no more than we. Was
Why that song?
Yeah, the understanding behind that song. So by this, we'd have done put out validation album. We'd have been putting out singles before, but coming out of school, we really went at it. Like the Lord said, go run now. Run, right? And I was like, all right, cool. Let me do that. So push, do this, meet Prince Saj. Prince Saj is viral. He's the gospel DJ where do the streets. And so it's like initially, we become colleagues in ministry because we're on some events together. And from that, we developed a really good relationship and friendship. And so by this, buck up on our next event, right? Buck up on one of them event there where a lot of secular artists are booked for it too. And we have a turn. We go into this place, see how everybody are run around to make sure these other secular artists are comfortable, right? We mercy, you can't stand up over this. You know, it's a turn. You know what I mean? And we go on, and I saw how impactful the music and the ministry was, right? Yeah, the secular arts then go on doing thing. So we have the challenge of one, our songs aren't as known. And two, people are having a challenge. They're gonna have a challenge because if who just go up on stage, tell them, bro, God, why not? Huh? And then may I come and say, come, what you know? So I got praise that knowledge in this, right? It really is a tight space to be in. Able to impact them and deliver with excellence and come up with the nod. You're like, okay, that's the first thing. We go around, forget we meal. We on the contract, which is the young lady says to us, which artist wanna come with? Meaning we look like somebody's entourage who come to one of the top names secular artists. You know? You know, we like for each other like, what is not being too offended particularly, but we just like it's a reality say if we were one of them, should have been like, Lord God, you know what I mean? Should I not create some kind of about it? You wouldn't want to get load up from a person of that, you know? After a while, another one I said, the artists they just performed. So no, I was like, it's okay for us to get the food. They wait a minute, so we never quite done here. Same event, a series of events. So he had some other leg somewhere and I had leg somewhere. My last leg, I see where I'm on the program. And I'm surprised that we're on the program. And I'm like, I'm going to follow. I'm wow, who had this I'm up in night up and get with it and move on. I'm like, wow. And I'm understanding also be at a nice prime spot where you can see national TV before the other commercials kicking or before
Yeah,
new.
yeah.
And literally, I said, for the value of the spot I was in, I went and I said to the producer, you can push me up earlier. Like I said, I wouldn't mind going on earlier because I know like to kind of get things going. He said, I wouldn't mind sticking to the schedule. I said, all right, cool. I continue to watch what's happening on the stage. I watch when the person was go after me, go on before me. And I confronted him and I said, I thought you said you wouldn't mind sticking to the schedule. Here he is begging for mercy. This person just actually the prime spot that I would have done, right? And it was just by bullying. It was just by, yo, if we're not going nowhere, go it. And they would just allow it to happen. Yeah. And I'd say his manager said, I said, why would you do that to us? Why would you know what I mean? Said, because you guys are much nicer because you're Christian. And I took that instead of receiving it as disrespect, I took it as the affirmation that she saw God on us. God by me. That's where the line came from. She saw God on us. She thought by virtue of what I see, there's nothing I can expect from you. No, she thought that is just niceness. It's really grace and mercy I experience because we have the right to make a fuss about what's happening right now in professional contractual terms, but we accept and mercy. But by saying those things, give affirmation.
Mr. John Mark, that seems
Are you still hearing me?
you were hearing you now. You went away a while ago.
Great. I don't know how to. So the same night, the first night when we left the first event, we went live together on a vibe and thing and a vibe over one rhythm because we were discussing as friends. You know, one of the time we're gonna collaborate and it's gonna be very meaningful. We're not just do a song. And the Lord gave us an experience to share together. Because he was telling me about some things that would have happened on the legs that he went on. You know? And we had this experience, and so the purpose of the song is to let that in Christ know that they're choosing the better thing. Greater is the one that is within than the one that is within the world. I'm saying because you choose Christ, sometimes you would feel like you have become the less than, the looked down on. Now, while that might happen in an earthly term because of the rejection that comes from the truth and those who represent Christ, you are actually numbered in heaven and you become greater than the earth by being one of Christ's own. So we wanted to color it in a language that the youth understand. Because if I tell the church people say, maybe they might get it the way I need them to get it. But if I want this song play a champ and sing this in their soul, more I sing it in their soul correctly, nobody no more than you. It's really not about gains and hype and material.
Yeah.
Christ, you become greater. And so nobody can move you after. How can you think that somebody is more than when you have great when the Holy Spirit is here? That's what we were saying in the song. From a Simeon that Bowie, from a Simeon that Bowie. Thought we're being, we're just giving you grace and mercy. The fruit of the Spirit is what you're seeing coming off of us. You say we are Christian and we're nicer. You say who I am. That's what they, you know what I mean? You tell me who I am. You know what I mean? You tell me what fruit you see. And we were able to pen the song from the fruit that even the world was seeing from us.
And it's not that you guys are simple, because there's a difference between being Christ-like and being simple or
Yeah.
simplicity. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So, Hero, who
Here,
is your? Yeah.
that God is the He was talking with a friend about, and Nell is on that song, Grant. Um, and we were talking just about where we are in our lives now, what we thought we would have been able to accomplish, and, and what pressures come in society based on where you are in reference to where you would have wanted to be. You know, something that can become difficult, can become, there's a tension there that even the believer faces. As much as you're in Christ, boy,
Yeah.
this realm, are you accomplishing anything of any significant value that the world may see your good works and still glorify your Father? You know what I mean? It's not just about preaching somewhere and somebody say, oh, that's a good work, or singing well somewhere and somebody say, that's a good work. You know what I mean? What field do you exist in? And are you being excellent there? You know, do you carry any impact in any sphere at all as a Christ representative? And so there's a pressure that can come with when you feel like you're not where you thought you should have been. And so in that conversation, we're experiencing the grace of God and the kindness of God telling us, yeah, you are right where you need to be. And the years that the conqueror has eaten up, I will restore. So even if you're behind where you should be, I am the God that can bring you by speed of the Spirit, exactly where you need to be. You know what I mean? In your
Just
life.
like he did to the prophet, was it Elijah or Elisha? One of that when he was able to outrun the chariot
Yeah.
and reach at the spot where he was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it. I am the Lord. I am your all. I am the hero. I am the place where your heart can be still. Because of the anxiety that comes from those things. Like, who are you resting in? I need like God. This is the song on the album where God speaks to man. Tell me who you are because in my own mind, there's so much happening that makes me not have a reference to set. And so I need the Lord to tell me who He is to me so I can understand who I am to Him. Yeah, that's a whole.
Yeah. So future projects, social media, links, where can we see you perform?
Johnmark Wiggan. I should start with the future projects. Well, the project that we just released is called Confidence, right? It's how you walk, it's how you step, know that you know who you are, having been validated. And we're so grateful that Sterling Gospel Music Awards would have named the Validation album the album of the year, because of how it resonated with the people, the impact that it had, and the message that they ran with. So the people who are validated, I it's like God tell me now, tell them how to walk. Because he's like, okay, now that you know who you are, you can't just sit down here. What happens when you come off the hours of speaking in tongues and church was nice? When you leave, what do you go and do? And how do you show confidence? You have to step out there in this world, no matter the rejection, no matter the naysaying, no matter what comes your way. That is not even what Christians alone go through. Even in the world, people step out and they can experience this type of pushback from what.
Yeah. It's not only Christians. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the effort that it resonates with everyone in understanding how they should move forward, but it's rooted in God. My confidence is not in me. I can do all things through Christ. So that's really what the song say. Don't walk alone. That is where my confidence comes from. My confidence comes when I know I'm walking in His will and I'm on assignment. So you can't stand up in my way when I'm on assignment. If I'm walking outside, I'm willing up. You can brag a little bit about me, trip me up. But you can't step if I'm walking in His will. So I do that confidently. Yeah. John Mark Wiggan, Instagram, TikTok. If you type in validation, you should be able to. It should bring you back to me. If you type in validation, John Mark Wiggan, binge the album. It's on all your platforms. Listen to it. Have an experience. Listen to it from track one all the way down. Don't press the shuffle button on your first track. Hear what it takes you through. Hear how it confirms what God is saying about you in His Word, what He's saying as a rhema right now to you. You are a peculiar people, a holy nation. You understand? You are set apart. So that's the message we are still running with. We are validating God's people in the world, and the Christian people too who feel invalidated. Not just the world who need to get saved. Everybody falls somewhere on the spectrum and needs this message. So that's what we're doing. Where can you catch me? I think there's something coming up in November 30th at Emmanuel Apostolic Church. You can catch me there. I think it's called Rejoice. Yeah, Rejoice is coming up.
So November 30, Emmanuel Apostolic Church, and it's in Kingston.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slipe Road.
Slipe Road. All right. So that's where you can catch Mr. Wiggan. So, John Mark, you and your billionaire name. Wishing you all the best from myself and J Bell, and I hope that we'll be able to do this again, probably, longer format or even shorter format, but do this again, probably when you're in the Grammy.
Yeah.
Or on your way to winning the Grammy.
It was an absolute pleasure, Shane, as well. I'm grateful that you guys, invited me on here. So those who don't know me from your platform get a little understanding about the man behind the music, mission and what it's all about. This is I kid you not, this is not about music. I'm a Christian first, and I do music from that place. If I chose the music first, I would have stopped already, or something like that. You know what I mean? But when you choose Christ first, and I'd probably leave that as my biggest encouragement to anybody. Do you love the Lord? Or are you trying to do music without, feeling convicted of sin?
Yeah.
Love the Lord, you will let the music you do just come from that relationship, as opposed to you're doing the music and kind of need the relationship to kind of do it. No, love the Lord, be devoted to Him, and let the music flow from there. He will elevate in due time. And musicians everywhere listening, music is not the only way you can be on your way to become a billionaire. Don't be fooled. Understand? funny that you said it, and I do believe it's prophetic. I really way that I say funny when I actually don't take it bad joke. Because as I said to you earlier, I do believe that the Lord intends to trust me with resources and finances to be able to, steward it well, fund the kingdom well, and do what He wants me to do with His resources. I do believe that. Thank you for that.
Yeah, man, you're welcome. And persons from Hopewell, Hanover, Naho, St. James, Trelawney in the West here. If you need a gospel artist to perform, please reach out to John Wiggan and go and taste for yourself on YouTube. He is a upcoming, shining, rising, more than rising, shining star. He has a future. He sounds really, 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 really good. So big up my boss. All the best to you. So if you can't reach him, reach Bell, and Bell will connect you with him. So Johnmark, you didn't have to do this. We're a small platform just coming back from 4 years absence. You did it, and wish you all the best as you continue to grow and impact life. Okay, boss?
Bless up. Appreciate
All right.
it.
Bless up. Cool. All right. So
It's 7.
viewers, that's it for us and Johnmark. Stick and stay. Don't go nowhere. We soon come back with Renesia from Rising Star. All right. Cool. John, big up.
Bless. Lick a bit.
Yeah, man. Lick a bit.
It's 7-7 Restaurant on the Bay Main Road, Hanover. 1 year anniversary special promotion. Serving local and Asian cuisine. Sweet and sour chicken, shrimp fried rice, and chicken fried rice. Chicken chow mein, shrimp chow mein, and so much more. Purchase only 3 long box food and get 1 small box free. Purchase any 5 long box food and get 2 small box free of sweet and sour chicken with noodle. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call 876-374-4704 for delivery in your area. You can't afford to miss this.
Tired of looking in that boring old ceiling of yours? Well, look no more. Pythagoras Construction Limited. For all your home improvement, building and construction needs. We are leaders in exquisite ceiling designs, drywall partitions and aluminum windows and doors. We also offer a wide selection of electrical, masonry, plumbing, carpentry and much more. We specialize in commercial, industrial and residential projects. For more information, call us at 999-2343 or email us at pythconstruction@gmail.com. Pythagoras Construction Limited, where quality and satisfaction are guaranteed.
Yo, Johnmark,
You say fully Jesus,
make them know, no, man.
I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath.
All day, every day.
We have a karate, yo. Nobody no more than we. Nobody no more than we. Ah, yeah. From you see we you see got power. See we you see got power. Nobody no more than we. Nobody no more than we. Ah, yeah. And the devil not the whole power. And the blessing of
Johnmark, this is a testament. Fire upon the pestilence. Destined for excellence. Blessing just a pour, you see the evidence. In my life, God favor take a president.
This is Lennox Lewis, last undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Big up Bell Entertainment TV. They're the best. Don't mess with them, else I'll knock you out.
J-Bell Entertainment TV. Come and share your world with us.